I missed you too. I missed you too. It is early June here in the great state of New York. Days are a little bit warm, but the nights are still cool. So one of my favorite times of year before dog days of summer settle in. Today we're going to do some brakes, just front brake pads in a 2019 Jeep Rubicon. Not really a tutorial, just sort of a kind of a video where I'll touch on a couple of things. But I'm going to jump right into it here. Got the old air gun out. This is pretty sure the lug nuts on this puppy are 1/2 inch, good old American sizing. And actually, as I say it, I'm pretty confident that I'm wrong on that. So I'll take a look and just make sure I put some sort of graphic on the screen. But this is the first time I've had these wheels off in my driveway. I've got 62,000 miles on this car, and I absolutely hate it. And I'm not even joking. I really hate this thing. And I got it about 2 years ago because the Rover it's not a great commuter car at this point. It's got 63,000 miles on it. So I'm like, oh, let me get something to. And I just love my LR. But anyway, so I got this thing and I just don't like it. Yeah, I just don't like it. It's fine. It's totally reliable. But just, it's not a Land Rover. I don't know what else to say. Then I hit these bolts on the back of the brake caliper with some PB Blaster. You just want to get your tools in order here. I've got basically just a regular SAE socket set. These are deep sockets, you don't really need them. I do have one clamp. Two would really do you a favor though. A couple of ice grips, and I've got this electric socket, which I absolutely love. Time to take off the this bolt at the top of the caliper. Came off super easy, not much to it. Here's the action shot. Ready? These are sound effects. This is a low budget film. This is I'm tapping on. This is the nut that tends to rotate. In this case, it worked fine, so I didn't need to use those vice grips. But you should have a pair. And this is the big reveal with the flathead screwdriver. But she came right down, pretty easy. And this is what she looks like from the top. So take your screwdriver, pry these pads off, and you know what the thing here was, like, these pads are totally fine. But, better safe than sorry, I guess. Pads are super cheap, so, why not? 62,000 miles, kind of strange, right? Under the hood here, I'm just going to take the cap off the brake reservoir. I learned to do this. Is this necessary? I guess the idea is when you compress the brake piston and the caliper that there's some place for the fluid to go. Is that like a wives' tale? Is there a mechanic out there that can confirm whether or not that is necessary? I'd be curious to know. So here I'm just using the old brake pad against the two pistons and just using one clamp. You can see I'm going from the left to the right because there are two pistons. And on the other side, which I didn't record, it was actually a bit of an issue for me because when I would press one in, the other would come out, okay? So I do recommend, I figured it out and I didn't get it on film, but I do recommend that you get a proper tool here or do have two C-clamps on hand. Now I'm just throwing the pads back in, and they go on the same way they come off, and they just really clip in. The one in the back is a little weird because there's like these little metal tabs that I guess keep the pads on, which is kind of ridiculous. I've never seen it like that before. Like the hardware or the hardware for the brake pads is really keeping the pads on, as well as the caliper that's kind of on top. But whatever. Hit it with some brake juice here just to clean things up, and she goes back on same way she came off. If I neglected to tell you before, these bolts are 1/2 inch. Okay. And torque specs, yeah, you know. And that's the big reveal. That's what she looks like. This was the only footage that I actually captured on the other side. But I was just rambling anyway, kind of like I'm doing now. But I was talking about that issue that I had with the brake calipers. I ended up solving it using this giant pipe wrench. I was looking in the garage and I was like, maybe that'll work, and it actually did work. But again, have 2 C-clamps; they'll be your friends. And that's about it. It's a pretty simple job. Anybody can do it with some basic tools. I really appreciate you watching. I am up to a whopping 85 subscribers. Incredible results, guys. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. And hey, I'll talk to you soon. Have a good summer, everyone.